If Aquaman sucks, does this mean DC is finished? Well, I definitely think it's possible because of all the struggles DC has had in the past with their past movies, like villain wise and all that, and having some of the worst villains, like compared to Marvel, because Marvel has better villains like than DC. But I think Aquaman will be good because the trailer looks good, and plus it has a positive director. It has a director that's actually good with like structuring movies and putting movies together and making sure everything is perfect. Like the director of Aquaman is James Wan, and he's a respectful and what's the word I'm looking for? Like he's a respectful and wise director. Because he's done movies like The Conjuring. He's worked on a couple of other movies, like Annabelle Creation. And he's done a couple of other movies, but he's mainly known for The Conjuring. So it definitely it has a reliable director behind. But what I'm trying to get to here is, okay, so yeah, let's just say Aquaman gets like $2 million in the box office, and people ended up really liking this movie, but didn't do so well at the box office. Does that mean DC is finished? No, because there's still two other DC movies after Aquaman. We have Wonder Woman 2 and Shazam. So if those two movies do like well, like box office wise, the DC has had problems in the past, with like Suicide Squad and just with the box office. Like Justice League, it only got $657.9 million in the box office. And that's not a whole lot compared to other movies. And plus DC has some of the worst villains, like Steppenwolf in Justice League, the villain in Suicide Squad, I don't know her name, but yeah, the villain in Suicide Squad. But yeah, they've had problems in the past with villain wise. Yeah, they just haven't been like the greatest movies of all time. But like I definitely have faith in Aquaman because it has James Wan behind it. He's the one who's directing this movie, so I definitely think the movie's going to be good. And plus the movie looks visually great, like with the visuals and all that, and the underwater sequences. They look freaking great by the trailer, and it looks like all the costumes look good. But I think the biggest problem I've heard with the Aquaman trailer is when they're underwater talking, and only me and my friend were actually just discussing that, about when they're underwater, like how are they going to talk? Like when they talk, is there going to be bubbles or something? Like that's probably the most talked about thing about this trailer is Black Manta and how they're going to speak, how they're going to talk to each other and communicate. So yeah, that's like, is there going to be bubbles when they talk, or like people just do not know. But I think James Wan, he will definitely do a good job on it. Well, at least he'll try and make the best possible movie he can, at least. But if Aquaman does not do well at the box office, we still have two other DC movies, Wonder Woman 2 and Shazam. And if those two movies do great, that means the DC is still standing. That means they'll still continue to make DC movies. And plus, they still have to make Justice League Part 2. I think Zack Snyder has already said Justice League is going to be a two-parter, but Zack Snyder is no longer part of it. People are still waiting for the Zack Snyder cut. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think the DC will be still standing. Even though, like, if Aquaman does suck at box office and only gets like 3 million at the box office, and if Shazam and Wonder Woman 2 do well, yeah, I mean, see, like I said, the DC will still be standing. Yeah, I mean, the DC just, they haven't been great with their past movies in the past. Like Suicide Squad is a perfect example of that. And just like the villain wise, and just the budget, and just the scripts of those movies. Like Justice League, the script for that movie would have been great, but then they cut. Like the movie was originally going to be 2 hours and 49 minutes long, because there's so many characters in that movie that they have to, like build and make them interesting. So like us as the audience can actually get attached to them and relate to them in a way. But then the movie got cut down to 1 hour and 52 minutes, and that's not enough time to build interesting characters and introduce the villain. So that's why Justice League was not great, but I still found Justice League just a fun, entertaining movie. I can still watch that movie Like, I own it on DVD. That's kind of saying a lot. I mean, I don't love it, but I don't hate it as much as critics do. And plus, I don't think it deserves the hate that critics did give it. Look, everybody knows James Wan is a great director. You know, The Conjuring, the Insidious movies. So yeah, he would definitely do a good job on Aquaman. He even said on Twitter himself that he won't be releasing the trailer until the CGI looks brilliant. So he definitely has faith in this movie. So I definitely think he's going to do a good job on the movie, and I think the movie will do a good job at the box office. But we'll just have to see when Aquaman does come out this year. We'll just see how much money it does get at the box office. So, anyways, guys, let me know if you think Aquaman will do well at the box office. And see it's finished, let me know all that in the comment section down below. Anyways, guys, yeah, thank you for watching my channel, and yeah, thank you for subscribing and giving this channel support. I love you guys a lot. You are great. Have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you tomorrow.